Good day. We have just concluded the United Nations Security Council meeting, the meeting that was convened at the request of Romania after the recent incident of a Russian drone that entered our airspace and injured 2 Romanians in the city of Galați. Now the mother and child are out of danger, and we're grateful for that. But of course, we have considered this a blatant violation of international law, an unprovoked risk to our citizens, and the spillover effects of the illegal war that Russia is carrying at our border against Ukraine. We have been grateful to the international solidarity we have seen throughout these days. Actually, we have had a common statement that was issued before the Security Council on behalf of 56 countries, and if you allow me, I would also, in a sign of appreciation, name them. Albania, Andorra, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Canada, Costa Rica, Croatia, Cyprus, Czechia, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Georgia, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, Ireland, Israel, Italy, Japan, Latvia, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, Micronesia, Monaco, Montenegro, Netherlands, New Zealand, North Macedonia, Norway, Palau, Philippines, Poland, Portugal, Republic of Korea, Republic of Moldova, Samoa, San Marino, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Ukraine, United Kingdom, Vanuatu, the United States, the European Union, and this, of course, stated alongside my own government of Romania. We have informed the Security Council of the incident that has taken place on the night of 28th to 29th of May, as well as of the technical analysis that has been carried out by our experts and announced publicly by President Nicu Șordan in terms of the clarity of the fact that it was a Russian-made drone, Geran 2. It is both the technical specificities and also the chemical analysis that indicate in that direction. We have talked together at the Security Council about the common efforts on the diplomatic pathway to ensure the needed peace at our border, to ensure the needed collective diplomatic pressure so that such risks to civilian lives do not happen anymore. Of course, we are considering this as a neighbor country to the war, but the priority is throughout all of these days and efforts to make sure we find the solution towards peace of the illegal war of aggression that Russia is carrying against Ukraine. Thank you. If there are any questions.
Jessica Lemaitre from France 24. What further action would you like to see from the UN Security Council? Are you satisfied with the response?
First of all, we wanted to address this in the Security Council as it has the widest legitimacy to have the needed conversation towards peace and security. And we do want to ensure that this international solidarity and the discussion in the Security Council leads to increased pressure so that Russia authentically comes to the negotiation table to find a peace solution for Ukraine. We also wanted very clearly to draw a line in which the international community, and in this meeting at the Security Council, restates what is very clear, that such blatant violations of international law should not be tolerated and should not become the new normal. And this has happened through the conversations today.
Yes, Stefano Vaccara, Little Press, La Voce di New York. You read a list of countries, many countries, but the UN has 193 countries. So there is some country missing there that you will expect it to be there. It's not there. And the Security Council, apart of Russia, there is some country that you didn't like so much what they had to say about the accident.
So thank you for the question. It is an 193 country membership, but it has also been the spectacular work of diplomats, and let me use this opportunity to say thank you to the Romanian diplomats that had worked on it and the diplomatic teams of all the countries. This has happened in less than 48 hours, working throughout the weekend on this statement. It is a clear sign of solidarity. We have seen this in the public space throughout the last days immediately after the incident. We do not consider the countries that are not co-signers of the statement as missing from the international solidarity. Of course, the Security Council has its own mechanism, our international community as well, so we did not look at it from this angle in no way. That being one thing said. In terms of the Security Council, of course, we appreciated the statements of the countries. The Russian statements are what we expected, which is to try to distance themselves from the responsibility of their own actions. What was surprising was their statement in terms of saying that Romania's request comes as a consequence of what the Western world wants. And this has been surprising because Eastern Europe knows very well what to expect from Russia. It is the Eastern Europe that has signaled the risks even at the beginning of the aggression in Crimea. It is then when from Eastern Europe came Article 4. It is then when we've created the Bucharest 9 concept, Romania and Poland, to make sure we have an alignment on the eastern flank in showing to the world what are the risks that we see. We are grateful, of course, for the support and the international coordination, because we do see that the risks in the region possess an impact and they have an effect to the security of all, and therefore the international effort is needed to reinstate that security not just in the region but through the allied space, and they do have an impact across the world. We have seen, for example, at the beginning of the war of aggression, a potential food crisis in the world that we have solved using the diplomatic channels, and UN has been part of that. And I'm referring now to the solidarity lanes that have allowed for the flow of grain in the Black Sea to reach countries around the world that needed it, to the EU solidarity lanes. And we do believe such diplomatic solutions, for example, might be of relevance in the international effort we're now participating in to help reopen the Strait of Hormuz, or find ways, for example, for the ships that are needed there in order to secure food security later on. Thank you.